Hi guys. I am so excited to be doing this presentation here for you, and it's all about Disney today, hence the mini ears. Even though Zoom is not letting me be fabulous. I can't talk. Zoom is not letting me be fabulous with my mini ears, but we're gonna see how far we can get. And of course, it's a pretty Disney background because we have to get in the spirit, right? Okay, so I believe I'm already sharing my screen. I am going to make myself a little smaller or a little to this edge, and I'm going to start presenting this. So pretty much I'm going to be sharing all the tips and tricks that I know, how to sign up for Disney, and things that I've learned along the way, including like how to take advantage of those amazing agent only benefits. My internet has been a little shaky, but what else is new? Anyways, we'll see how far we can get here. So, again, all things Disney. For those that I have not had the pleasure of meeting yet, my name is Erica Patino, and let me see if this lets me go to one page forward. Ah, so I am a gold builder, I think. I'm not in the state yet where I stay gold builder because you know how it is. Some fly off, some stay on. We'll see. Anyways, I have been doing this business for a year as an independent travel agent. I am a Disney lover, have been going to Disney for the last 20 years. My son is now 22. Since my son was 2 was when we started visiting Disney. Now that he's grown, we actually have twin babies, so they are also developing a love for Disney, and being in this business just allows me to be able to do that as often as we would like, because obviously being on a single income, um, especially with twin babies and at home, it's kind of impossible to continue doing the things that we love, and Disney's definitely one of them. So very happy to have come across this business because I'm going to share with you a little bit later on how we've used it to kind of go with my passion and my love for Disney. So why should you specialize, or why should you even consider offering Disney? So it definitely boosts your commissions because it's one of the most high demand travel niches out there. Like it's just evergreen, tried and true, time and time and again. Disney is just one of those things that it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you know of Disney, right? You stand out from other agents by offering expert Disney planning services. You can attract more clients because Disney vacations practically sell themselves. Then you can use your IntelliTravel credentials to book with every Disney supplier out there. You do have access to Disney College of Knowledge for insider tips and credibility. We're going to talk a lot about that. You're going to be able to offer full service help, park strategies, dining, Genie Plus, resorts. Now, there are some people out there that help people plan Disney vacations, but they are not really licensed to do so. We are. So to have that credibility over your shoulders is really, really nice and gives you a nice edge. So you can turn families into repeat clients because typically Disney travelers tend to return every year or every few years for sure. And then you get invited to fam opportunities, and we do get access to special agent rates. So without further ado, we'll continue on. And my computer is a little bit slow, you guys. So I hope that it collaborates with me just because I have so much going on in the background. I do tend to get off subject. So if you've done a training with me, you know that I do really well by reading off screen. Otherwise, we'll be here for ages. So what is Disney College of Knowledge? So it's 6 hours, it's self-paced training. It's completely optional. But it's meant to help you really understand the ticket types, understand worldwide resorts, learn more about Genie Plus, you know more about promotions and room types, and it allows you to sell Disney better, definitely more confident. And you can provide expert level service once you are familiar with what's inside of Disney College of Knowledge. It's really good to do it. I recommend it because that's the only way that you can actually take advantage of the Disney perks is by going through Disney or College of Knowledge, and you do need a personal CLIA card if you decide to go that route. You do not need it to make bookings. You can, as soon as you registered and approved to be a Disney agent, you can start booking Disney hotels, parks for people. But having those 6 hours under you and having that certification definitely does give you an advantage. You do get a certificate when you're done that you can market for yourself. and it just helps you build more confidence in general as an advisor. So, again, if you are looking to take advantage of the travel perks, you definitely need to have that completed. Otherwise, it won't unlock anything unless you do that. And you also need a personal Clear card. I am going to show you here how you're going to apply for that, or at least give you the instructions to do so. We do get a discount for it. It's typically 150. I believe we get it for $75. I know being an IntelliTravel does give us 50% off. It is something that you have to apply for every year. And what CLIA is the International Cruise Line Association or cruise line, something with a cruise line association. Um, and what that does is, so Disney doesn't necessarily, you don't pay this to Disney, you pay this to CLIA. And by being certified member of CLIA, then you are able to obtain benefits for Disney, if that makes sense. So I'll give you an example of someone that it would make sense for. Like for us, we went to United Kingdom, no, Magic Kingdom over the summer, and the ticket alone was $190. But because I got my free ticket, we were able to save $195, and I paid $75 for my Clear card, and then we were able to get access to other freebies and other really good things. So it makes sense if you're planning on using it for your personal use, or again to give you credibility in the business, and so you can feel more comfortable with what you're selling and promoting. So that's Disney College of Knowledge. And then let's see. So there's like a slight delay between my screen going to other my other pages, but we'll see. We might end up being here for 3 days anyways. All right, so this is something that you're going to find inside of Disney destinations. This is inside of your preferred partners for IntelliTravel. If you do not know how to access your preferred partners guide, please reach out to your upline, or if you are in oh my goodness, in TWA or in Teachable or in the Vault, any of those, they should guide you to that. If you're in IntelliTravel.com, then one of the tabs in the top is going to say preferred vendors, preferred partners. That's where you're going to find this big PDF. If you don't know by now, it has over 90 of our suppliers. Disney happens to be one of them, and Disney actually takes 2 pages. So in here, you're going to find what the commission is. You're going to find special booking instructions, and a link to register. So this is where you want to read very carefully because there is a lot of good information there. And I am going to give you guys access to this PDF or presentation. I don't know what you want to call it as a whole, so that you can go then and click on these. And this will bring you right to this PDF. If you don't have it, this is another way to get to it. So this is page 1. So this is Aulani, and this is it tells you 10%. This is the Hawaiian resort, 13% for packages, and this is the second page. So 10% again, typically is 10% or 13%, depending if you're selling tickets or depending if you're selling a package or it depends if you're just selling the room alone. Disney Cruise Line, they are very competitive in commissions, those 16% commission, and that's pretty standard with most of the cruise lines. So I love that Disney's right up there with them. Um, so again, same thing for Disney Cruise Line, you do have to complete Disney College of Knowledge to take advantage of those perks. Now, there are really good times of the year, and I do recommend you join the Disney Facebook pages because they do release agent-only rates. I was able to take a peek at some over the summer, and boy, were they discounted. So make sure you get on those pages. We'll talk a little bit more about that later on. But again, if you don't have the PDF, just um click here, and when you click on it, it will bring you over to this. So that's something that I wanted it to call to your attention. And then if you don't have this guide already, same thing, reach up to your upline. I am going to be sending all these documents to the group chat so that you guys can have them as well, or feel free to reach out to me on IG or WhatsApp and I'll send you over these. But same thing, when you click here, this is going to give you step-by-step instruction. This is within our USA Getting Started guide. If you have this, if you don't have it, this is where you're going to get it. You can click here or ask your upline or come to me. This is going to give you step-by-step directions. Like these are the same directions that I followed when I applied for my CLIA. And it was a fairly simple process. So again, that's where you want to go to apply to that. It's going to give you the website. It's going to give you what what you need. It's fairly simple. And then for Disney travel agents, when we're done here with this presentation, I'm actually going to give you a quick back office tour of the Disney booking site if the time allows. But again, you're going to click here and you're going to register. For Disney travel agents, you're going to use IntelliTravel's information first. Sometimes, and I have heard this before, that you do need a personal CLIA number in order to be approved by IntelliTravel. I honestly don't know what the process is without it, just because I already knew that I wanted to use my personal park. So I used my CLIA card from the very beginning. That was one of the first things that I did. And so when I applied to be a Disney travel agent, I already knew I needed that. So I applied with my CLIA card number. So you can try without it if you don't plan on using it for personal perks and see if you can use IntelliTravel's number for CLIA. Otherwise, you might just have to get that. And it's a good investment again to have. So once you do register for Disney, and again, if you click here when this presentation, when you receive it, it'll bring you right over to apply for that. It is going to take a few days to get approved. Don't worry if even a week. They do tend to be a little bit on the slow side to approve those. But you're going to get something like this. I applied back in February, and it's just going to say your request to use industry has been approved. So, you're going to be able to fix your username, your password, and apply for that. And then same thing for your benefits. Like this was when we went back in July. You guys, I will say, watch out for two things when it comes to using your perks. You have to apply to them at least 2 weeks before you plan on travel. I know quite a few people who went to convention in September. They waited until the last minute and they did not get their tickets. So if you're planning on going to Disney World and or Disneyland or anywhere that requires you to apply for the benefits, they do take 2 weeks to get them approved. So keep that in mind. Also, watch out for blackout dates. So when we went, we were going to be there during like July 4th time, and a few days before July 4th and a few days right after July 4th were blackout dates. So the first day that I can go was July 7th, which was fine because we were still going to be there for like another 4 days anyways. But again, this did save me $195, but I did need my CLIA card, so just keep that in mind. So where to find Disney clients if you are deciding to really specifically focus on Disney? So your warm market, I'm not gonna get too detailed into this because you are going to receive this presentation. Otherwise this will be really lengthy, but Facebook groups, Instagram and Threads, you guys, I have found both clients on Instagram and Threads for Disney. If you just type Disney or if you get your algorithm used to sending you things for people who are looking for travel agents, and you can actually search in the search bar. Um, and they automatically pop up for me, like people who are looking. But again, my tip, if you have not heard this before, is I do not comment on that specific thread. I take the conversation over to Instagram and I start following them and building a genuine relationship with them that way. Otherwise, I'll just be one of many people trying to get their business, and I'd rather make a little bit of a different first impression on them. Um, so use Disney Reels, tips, hotel reviews, hooks to attract families, and TikTok. Again, there's different things that you can use there for content. Local community spaces, you guys, libraries, daycare, schools, kids, gyms. Honestly, anybody and everybody that you know, build conversation with them and let them know that you are a licensed Disney travel agent. And the most important thing that you can do when you're talking to a client is let them know the time that you're saving them. And this is what I tell people, like, Disney is not something that you just show up because there is so much that goes into a logistics, time, money. Like your biggest asset when you think about it in life is money and energy and time. And that is the one thing that planning a Disney trip is very consuming of that. So if you can save a client that for, and they don't have to pay you anything extra unless you decide to charge an agency fee, that is gold. Okay. So there's people out there who will make the mistake of just showing up to Disney and honestly wait in line for hours, not get into the restaurants you want. Because believe it or not, some of these restaurants they do book up at least 60 days out. So Disney is a whole ballpark in itself. So if you're very knowledgeable in Disney, you are sitting on a really nice, profitable niche. So again, where to find more clients? Um, Email list, Pinterest, networking events, referral program, repeat clients. Again, look into this more in detail, but we're going to continue moving on this. So what can you book as a Disney travel agent? Anywhere, really. That's Disney related, Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Paris, Tokyo, China, Disney Cruise Line, Aulani in Hawaii. You will have so much FOMO when you're going through the Disney College of Knowledge and you're learning all about these places. Wait till you find out about Adventures by Disney or special events and packages. And they do also have good relationship with neighbor hotels for those people that do not want to stay within the Disney property. So there's so much to learn. And so this is more of once you've done the travel of knowledge, College of Travel Knowledge, it's a tongue twister. Things that you want to have in a template when you are getting information from clients. Let's just say you have your first client reach out to you. This is not the time to panic. This is not the time to freak out. You want to, when you finish your College of Knowledge and you get the certification, you want to already have these things in place for when you do get that first client. You don't waste time having to work on these. Trust me, learn the hard way. I learned the hard way, you guys. Have these things already ready to go. So you do want something where it's asking for their budget, travel dates, kids ages, resort type, because Disney does cater to different people, whether that's somebody on a budget or whether that's somebody who's very lavish. Must-dos and their dining needs and park strategy preference. Are they wanting to park hop? Are they wanting to do just one park a day? So all this is very important. But because marketing happens to be like my area of expertise, my guru, my zone of genius, my happy place. I actually created something for my team and for myself also, but I do share it with my team and I'm sharing it with all of you guys today. And this is an edible, ready to use Google form. And when you get this, you just click here and it's going to bring you right over to it. You do want to make a copy. It's going to be one of the first things it's going to tell you. And once you make a copy, you then can put it to your settings to your email and you'll have this link ready to go. So this is going to really ask them everything that you really want to get, everything that I just mentioned, and then some. So it's going to get really in the nitty-gritty, and they're going to be able to like type right here and not have to print anything out, not have to return anything to you because it's going to be right there ready to send back your way. So I'm very excited for that. I think you're going to find that very easy to use. Um, and I do have a PDF too, but I won't get into that. I'm still working on it. So after your client books, right? This is the to-do list. So you want to send the confirmation. You want to add them to My Disney Experience. You learn more about this during the training. You want to link tickets. You want to set dining reminders for 60 days. This is so important if they're planning on eating in the park, you guys. Help with Genie Plus strategy. Send packing list. Also, there's a different packing list that you should be using for Disney, very specific things for Disney versus like a cruise. So you definitely want to have one ready to go. And honestly, use good old ChatGPT for that. So you want to send a countdown for graphics. So you can send them like a happy reminder, like, like 30 days out from your trip. Like, I can't wait. I'm so excited. You want to keep them hyped up because those little details are going to be the things that they're going to come back for you for more. Pre-trip email a week before, and this is just again just finalizing everything for them. Um, so you should have access to all this stuff. And then content for Disney Idea for travel agents. What should you post in your social media? So you want to do resort breakdowns, snack guides, packing lists, first timer tips, stroller rules because that's so important, specific age content, dining reviews, part specific must-dos, things that you can't miss, things that you should tackle first. Honestly, anything to let people know that you are a guru and a genius at what you do. And so something that I recommend is if you are during Disney College of Knowledge, anything that calls your attention, honestly, share it on social media. Take a picture of it. Say, oh my God, I can't believe I just learned this. I'm so excited for everything. Like my head's just filled with all these amazing things that I can't wait to put into action. Or put it into a post, put it into a carousel, put it into a reel, put it into anything that people are like, because this is setting you apart. This is knowledge that you have that somebody else does not have, that you're going to save them time and money and energy again. So honestly, rave about everything that you find. Something so cool that we did when we went to back in July, we didn't necessarily do all the parks. I did spend so much time in the resorts. Like I visited them, all of them. They were so pretty. They were so different. I was able to get so much pictures for content that I actually still haven't even shared half of it. So if you ever do make it over there, don't just focus on the parks, focus on the resorts too, because that is gold. That is key. Um, some people are big time foodies, so focus on that too if you can. But again, because travel happens to be my zone of genius, I'm just gonna take a quick peek right here. You guys, marketing material. I have some marketing material ready to go. Again, when you get this presentation, just click here. It's going to be ready to go for Instagram, Facebook. These are posts that you are going to be able to edit, change them to your logo, add your colors, post them as is if you want. But it's going to help you save so much time. And this is just for like whenever you don't know what to post, grab something from here. I'm pretty sure there's like over 300 pieces of content. Now, before you get to this, there is going to be other things and travel related that you are able to use. This is just like page, I think 8 and 9, I believe, are like where the Disney stuff is. So make sure you go and check that out. And I love how my Zoom keeps freezing in and out, so I can only imagine the faces that you guys are seeing. Did I already send this? Yes, I did. Okay, so I think I put this page in twice. So tips and tricks for Disney travel agents. Oh, there's so many. I can't even go through all of this, but because you're gonna get a copy of this, okay? Make sure you go through this. Screenshot it right now if you want, but knowing peak season versus off-peak season can definitely save people time and money. Always book dining 60 days out. You guys, YouTube is your best friend. There's so many free resources on YouTube. I cannot stress that enough. Upsell. Disney's such an easy way to upsell because there's like memory maker with the photos, there's a dining plan, there's theme rooms, there's dessert parties, there's specialty restaurants. Like there's so many things that you can upsell to really make those commissions pop, you guys. I can't believe I just said that. Facebook groups, honestly, there's so many things. But again, one of the most important things that you can do is get the IntelliTravel agency verification letter ASAP. When I went to Disney and I checked into our resort, they did ask for that. And somewhere else that I've been to, they did ask for the CLIA card. So carry that with you if you do have that, just because you never know when somebody's going to need it. And you don't want to need it like last minute. So as soon as you finish your mandatory training, you guys get that agency verification letter. And I think that we're like almost near the end for here. This is just a little mini checklist. Again, feel free to screenshot if you want. Register with CLIA if you decide to do so. Disney travel agent, complete Disney College of Knowledge, create your Disney client questionnaire, or customize or use the one that I have. Join key Disney agent groups for updates. That's so important. Follow Disney gurus on YouTube. You learn so much from that. Set up Disney quote templates or customize the one that I have, save important booking dining reminders. And then something else too that's super important that's not here is I can't even, oh yes, through Expedia Tap you can book Disney hotels only through Expedia Tap. Um, and so if a customer is just wanting to do that, you can certainly do that. So you can compare with both. I have not booked myself through Vax Vacations, but I have heard that you can. So actually, I'm not going to kick you guys off yet because I do have a little bit of time, so I can do a presentation. But if we do run out of time, thank you so much. I'm wishing you honestly a prosperous, abundant, and truly magical journey as you grow your travel agent business, just your Disney travel business. Okay, and true disclaimer, you guys, it is 12:06 right now. I'm at the mercy of my baby's nap, 12:06 a.m. So the reason I say we have time is because I am at the mercy of my baby's nap time. Well, not nap time. They sleep now until tomorrow, but they do wake up sometimes. So I really want to be able to show you the back end of the Disney travel agent website. So let's see how far we can get. If not, I do wish you the best. And if we have to cut this off, you'll know why. So this is what you're gonna get when you sign up to Disney Travel Agent. That link that I shared in the presentation will bring you here. If you are a first-time user, you're gonna want to come here. I think it's a two-step sign up. So it's going to ask you like your name, your email, your agency, no, your name, your email, phone number, address, and the first thing, and then it's going to bring you on to the second part that's going to ask you more, a little bit more about the agency, and that's where you're going to put IntelliTravel's information. Everything that you use for like the regular partner, the address, you're going to use that with the exception of the CLIA. So you really have to think about that part. Do you want to sign up for it and have it ready to go, or do you want to try? You can try to sign up with IntelliTravel's CLIA. If you're already registered, right? This is where you're going to go to sign in. Um, so the first thing that I want to show you is, so this is the website when you first log in. You guys, I'm such a dork. I had butterflies in my stomach like the first time that I signed on to this as an agent. So training. This is where you're going to go to Disney College of Knowledge. It's going to be right here. These are where the available benefits are for you to claim those. Commissions, if you already booked something, this is where you're gonna go for that. Sales and marketing, you guys, they have so much marketing material. Same thing here. Like I love their brochures. I love everything that's here. Go through this. It's so worth it. You can also go onto their professional Instagram page, their this. You can actually build your own mini brochure, which is pretty cool. Um, this is where you sign up for just regular. This is kind of like your settings, I guess, if you will. This is where you go for Disney College of Knowledge. I can't remember if I said that already. This is where you go for like specific destinations if you wanted it to do that. So much things to use. And then reservation and offers. If they have like promotions going on, this is where you're gonna find them right here. But otherwise, you can go here to really book, to start your booking process. Um, Here, if you want to see more offers, or this is very, very helpful, and this is the how to book guides. Um, so if you were booking for a client, honestly, this is no different than like Expedia tab or whatever. Or if you already have a client booked, then you can go ahead and find them here, retrieve the information. You can then go ahead and add dining tickets, park tickets, or genie passes, or whatever it may be if you already have them here. If it's new, then this is pretty much how you would start that. It's going to ask you Disney Cruise Line. So the process is no different. It's honestly the best because right before you check out, or right before you, like when you get to the total page, it will break down the commissions for you, which is really, really nice. But I want to give you a sneak peek of Disney College of Knowledge. And let's see. All right, so when you are here, it's pretty much going to tell you like you can't skip sections. So you have to do one before you go on to the other. And combined, so it's really these right here. Combined is about 6 hours, more or less. But this is what you're going to find. This covering Aulani, so this is Hawaii. Oh my God, you start off with being tortured right off the bat, by the way. Adventures by Disney, discovering Disney Cruise Line, Disneyland, Walt Disney World Resort, and then National Geographic Expedition. So somewhere in here too, you're going to find, um, did I miss it? Yeah, somewhere here you're going to find also like Disneyland, Disney Paris, Tokyo, China, information on that as well. So, a lot of surprising things. So I think that that is all I have to show you. I mean, maybe I can take a quick peek over here at like available benefits. I don't think I have any more left. I don't know for this year. You do get them every year, which is really nice. So this was the one we used in back in July. So this is the tickets for like the parks for Disney World. Now we are going to Disneyland next month. So that's where I'm going to be using this. And again, this is a free ticket, you guys, to Disneyland. That one's in California. So I do want to say something. With the Disney World, you do have two options actually. If you're just going one day, you do have one free ticket, period, right? However, if you're going multiple days, then it's 50% off whatever X amount of multiple days you're going. So, it's up to you. What, obviously whatever it is that your plans are, if you're just visiting one day or multiple days. They do have special agent rates. So these are for rooms that you can get discounted like reservations, which is really nice. Um, you really have to read into these to see what the difference is, but same thing, Disney World, Disney Cruise Line. Um, Special available rates, and they do have fam trips from time to time. And I think it's this one. So, and this one. So, fam trip is when it's called fam. If you did the training, it's fam short for familiarization, where they'll pay you, not they'll pay you, they allow you to come up, try something for really reduced or sometimes even free. And I know some people have gone to the Disney Cruise Line for that like 3 days. So, this is it. This is where I am going to end this because I don't want to take too much of your time. But honestly, I wish you the best to do to plan. So now we can go back to this officially. And thank you, you guys, for your time. I honestly can't wish you. I don't even know how to end it. I'm out of words. It's 12. I'm going to bed. I wish you nothing but the best. I'm here if you need anything. And I am going to stop sharing and end this presentation here. I told you I'm a blabbermouth. I try to warn y'all.